Andy, first of all, how exciting a time is it both for club and country at the moment?
Yeah, it's obviously good moments. Internationally was, November was a big positive for us, and we've got a lot to look forward to in March. But obviously, this is the longest time in between international games, so it's been put into the back of your mind. But obviously, club, it's an exciting time just now. We've just finished top of the Champions League, which was the aim to get in the top 8, but to finish first is obviously pleasing, knowing that we've done our job. And then in the league we're going well just now, but we know there's still a lot of games in the league to go, and we need to keep the momentum and keep our confidence going, and hopefully we can keep winning games.
For yourself personally, what's changed, if anything, under Arne Slot?
I think a lot's changed. I think the position we have to play, the different things we have to do in games, the different positions we have to pick up, and I've enjoyed it under the manager. A lot's been probably spoke about me this season, which is probably maybe something I haven't quite experienced in my time here, which is in one way pleasing, because I've had 7 years of kind of going under the radar. Now probably this season a bit more spotlight on me and things like that. But it's part and parcel of football. It's I've seen it happen to players before. I'll see it happen to people in the future, and obviously it's my turn just now, and I just need to keep my head down. I need to keep working hard. The manager's helping us all the time, the coaches are, and I believe that I'm in a good moment just now, which maybe isn't getting any recognition, which is fine, but that's the point you get. Sometimes when you make one mistake, people jump on it, and then you just have to try and prove them wrong. And I'm still trying to be better, but in games I'm taking confidence from things, and obviously the Ipswich game was good for me, and hopefully I can continue that.
What have you really picked up on in terms of that spotlight then, and does it hurt when you get that kind of criticism?
I think I've been in the game long enough that it doesn't hurt me anymore, but the fact is that I've been the starting left back for Liverpool for 8 years, and I'm very proud of that. It's not easy to do that at a club of this size, and when they can go out and sign anyone really in the world. So and I want to still be the starting left back, but you've got to take it on the chin. If people want to criticise you, then so be it. I do believe that football's getting a bit like that, where they try and find scapegoats and things like that, and maybe it's my turn just now, but if it's my turn, then it's taking spotlight off other players. And I also think I've made a couple of mistakes that have probably been unlike me in certain situations, like the Fulham sending off. Obviously that wasn't like me, but and then people look at maybe a bigger issue that's maybe not there, and they try and find it. But I've seen it with other players this season as well. I think the high profile one that's similar to me is Kyle Walker. Been certainly top 2 right backs. Obviously I'll back my mate Trent to be next to him, but he's been the best right back in Premier League history, arguably, and a couple of below par performances, all of a sudden he's finished, and he's probably looked at a different challenge now to go and prove that he's not. So it's part and parcel of football. There's so many voices now in football, and we're all used to it, and it's important that we try and help the young lads if it happens to them as well.
How does Liverpool now compare to Liverpool that won the Champions League, that won the title?
It's a tough one to answer just now, because we proved back then that we could win it. We've got the medals in the bag, and we can look back on the memories. Just now, it's a maybe. It's not a definite that it's going to happen. We still need to prove that we can win trophies, that we can compete with the best. And I think so far we've done that very well. It's obviously a different era with a different manager, different coaches, different playing style. A lot of different players. But we need to prove that we can win trophies first, and then I think the comparisons can come in, and and things like that. But that team was special, and this team has the potential to be special.
You've been described though by Thomas Frank as the best team in the world at the moment as well, which says something about the standards that you've set again this season. So what's been the real key element to what you've done so far?
Yeah, it's obviously nice for him to say that. It's nice as players and coaches and stuff to hear that, but we don't want to probably be the best team in the world in January. We want to be, if he's still saying that in May, then that's when we will be happy. But I think against Brentford we played a good game, and I think we've been consistent in what we've done, and I think that's been key to it. I think players have been playing at a really high standard consistently over the whole season, and we've picked up results against really good teams, and that's why we're first just now. But like I keep on going back and saying, league titles aren't won in January, they're won in May, and the teams behind us will still believe they can catch us. They won't lose belief, and we won't, we won't get complacent. We have to keep winning games, and we know we have to do that if we want to be successful at the end of the season. So we have to just keep our heads down. We just need to keep working hard, keep doing what we're doing, because it's obviously working just now, and keep getting better, which is more important. I think the manager's touched on it, that we've played some really good games, but he believes that we can still get better, and we need to keep, thriving to do that, and striving to do that. And if we do that, then hopefully we can keep causing teams problems.
I was likening that Brentford win actually to the Aston Villa win when you won the title, and obviously it was you and Sadio who got those late goals on that occasion. It was Darwin this time. I don't know whether you draw any comparisons yourself.
Yeah, look, obviously, the Villa game's probably one of my favourite games to look back on.
But it was a key one as well in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a key one. I think, if I remember it correctly, us and Man City both came from behind on the same day. It was very rare that both of us were playing at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, and I think both of us overturned a defeat. I think they might have been at home to Crystal Palace or whoever it was, but we played them the next week, and I think we stayed 6 points clear, and obviously went and beat them the following week to go 9 points clear. And it was a big point in the league. It was a big turning point in the league, and time will tell if the Brentford one is, because obviously the Villa game was in the November, and we didn't know how big it was going to be, but it proved to be massive, and hopefully the Brentford game and the 3 points that we got there, becomes massive at the end of the season as well.
Does it feel like at the moment though that it's yours to lose?
I wouldn't say so. It's obviously we're going to say that. It's an easy answer, but genuinely I think there's far too many games to still be played. I think when you start getting down to maybe single figure games and you've got a healthy lead, then you start looking at it going, okay, maybe it's yours to lose. But I think when there's that many games, and when you look at your fixtures and you go, that's a tough one, that's a tough one, that's a tough one, and all of a sudden, the gap can be shorter or the gap can be bigger. That's the way the Premier League is. I think, the league has proven over the years that any team can beat anyone, and we have to be cautious against that. But we know we've got tough places to go, and we know we've got tough teams to play. But if we play at our best, then we can win the games. And if we do that, then come April, May, then hopefully we're still in pole position, and then then we're maybe in a position to say it's ours to lose.
This is a tough one again. Obviously, Bournemouth, 11 games unbeaten in the Premier League at the moment, scored 9 in their last 2, beating Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. It says something about the test that you've got again this weekend.
Yeah, they're flying. They're one of the most informed teams in the league. They're doing so well. The way they play, the threat they have up top, the structure they have at the back, which is keeping clean sheets, and the two teams that you've mentioned aren't having bad seasons, and the fact that they've beat them both comfortably says a lot about how confident Bournemouth are at the minute. So they're on a fantastic run. They've got really good players, clearly a good manager that's got a great idea of how to play football, and going there won't be easy. We know teams have dropped points there before, and we know we had to be at our very best to try and get a result, and that's going to be our aim on Saturday. And if we do that, then we believe that we can get the points.